So, in today's lecture, in some of the books, and you are while you are using engineering economy, you have to represent the cash flow in the form of tables or in the form of flow diagram. So, how to represent this? So, let me tell you what I'm going to tell you, what I'm telling you. So, in some of the cases, you have to represent the cash flow in the form of what in the form of in the form of in this form of in this like form in this flow diagram form. So in this how to make this uh, cash flow diagram. So how to in this video we will talk about this how to represent the cash flow diagram of cash flow diagram. So let me tell you guys here. I is equal to effective interest rate per interest period. Effective interest rate per interest period. P is a present sum of money, and F is equal to future sum of money. A is equal to end of period cash flow, annuity, end of period cash flow. So to represent our cash flow in the form of flow diagram, you have to draw a horizontal line. The horizontal line is a time scale 1 2 3 4, that is equals to n. It is a time scale with progression of moving from left to right. The period example, it may be in year, quarter, or a month. Label can be applied to intervals of time rather than to point on the time scale. Note, for example, that the end of period 2 is coincidence with the beginning of period 3. This is coincidence with the beginning of the it is the beginning of the year third. So when the end of period cash flow convention is used, period number are placed at the end of each time interval as illustrated here. So the arrow, if you have any confusion why I'm using this arrow, let me tell you guys. The arrow signifies the cash flow and are placed at the end of the period. This is the end of the period of third. This is the end of second period, but it is the starting period for the year third. So at the end of the period, so I'm going to tell you, I want to tell you that the arrow signifies the cash flow and place at the end of the period. If distinction need to be made, downward arrow means it represent expenses or negative cash flow or cash outflow, that it is outflow from outside. We expend it, we expend it, it is a negative cash flow or cash outflows. And upward cash flow represent receipts. We are getting some money from agents, like banks, or some from someone, etc. It is also called positive cash flow or cash inflows. So now let's come to the third point. The cash flow diagram is dependent on the point of view. For example, the situation shown in this figure, uh, were based on the cash flow as seen uh, by the lender. From my side, from I'm borrowing someone some money, I'm giving someone some money, I'm lenders. So in the point of lender of view, it is seen by that lender, if the direction of the arrow had been reversed, the problem would have been from the borrower. If it is for the it is in the point of view of lenders, that I am giving someone some amount of money, and I'm gaining some amount of money after a certain period of time. So if you want to review it in the form of borrower, if you are taking some money from me and you will get some money first and then you have to pay it, so it is in the point of view of borrower. It is in the point of view of lenders. So it I some the borrower I I get some amount of money so that it is a positive cash flow, and I have to give this amount of money to the lenders, so I have to pay it, so it is in the expenses form, and it is in the form of, and I get some amount of money. It is a positive cash flow and it is negative cash flow. So in this way you can represent your uh, uh, cash flow in a flow diagram form.